NBC bans radio, television stations from Twitter. Kaduna State University students protest again. 3 winners emerged from Armenia Trust Story Competition. I'm Aisha Salihu, and here is Trust TV News Update. On our top stories today, the National Broadcasting Commission (NBC) has directed all television and radio stations in the country to uninstall Twitter and desist from using it as a source of news. The NBC, in a statement on Monday, also warned broadcast stations against using the microblogging platform in any of its programs, as according to the Commission, that will be an unpatriotic act. NBC Acting Director Armstrong Idachiba is quoted in the statement as saying, consequent upon suspension of Twitter operations in Nigeria by the federal government over the persistent use of the platform for activities that are capable of undermining the existence of Nigeria. Idachiba draws the broadcaster's attention to Section 563 of the NBC Code, which requires broadcasters to be mindful of materials that may cause disaffection, incite to panic, or rift in the society in the use of user-generated content. Still on Twitter ban, Nigerians have been expressing divergent views on the ban, with some commending the government for taking a bold step in stopping the spread of fake news. Trust TV correspondent Mardia Umar reports.
On June 5, 2021, the Nigerian government officially put an indefinite ban on Twitter, restricting it from operating in Nigeria, after the social media platform deleted tweets made by the President of Nigeria, Muhammadu Buhari. Since the ban, Nigerians have expressed concern over the ban on social media firm Twitter. Some Nigerians are of the opinion that it will affect a lot of businesses and persons who rely on Twitter to earn a living.
It's very bad to ban our Twitter. Business people are losing money, a lot of money, because there are a lot of Nigerians who also do business through Twitter.
And also, many people who use it for business and everything will lose. Like now, banning Twitter now can make many people, those who make it to earn a living. Like now, we're talking about insurgency and everything, and now banning Twitter completely can make them go to the street and start robbing and everything.
While some think that Twitter should be highly regulated.
If it's being regulated, it makes those people using it for the positive aspects gain from it. Instead of being unemployed, they remain employed.
According to a government statement, the national broadcasting regulators have been asked to license the operators of internet streaming and operators of social media in Nigeria. It also said that Nigerians who go against the ban on Twitter will be prosecuted. And this has sparked a lot of controversy from the international community and human rights activists in Nigeria.
Daily Trust online editor Taiwo George had in an interview with Nafisa Abdel Al, giving his perspective on the implications of Twitter ban for media practitioners.
Earlier, this is not needed at this point in time. We're in a democracy. It's not expected for the government to introduce an attempt to rob Nigerians of their right to express themselves. Nigerians are entitled to freedom of expression, and the government is not comfortable with social media. They've expressed this time and again, and they are using this as an attempt to limit people to have a single narrative. There are stories about corruption, there are stories about things happening in government that they don't want to be told, and they are using this avenue to limit the people. Is against our rights as Nigerians, as human beings. This is not China, this is Nigeria, where people are free to say things the way they are. Nobody is saying that disinformation should be allowed, but this attempt to gag the media would not be accepted. It is uncalled for, it's an unnecessary distraction. There are a lot of things that the federal government ought to face. We have security issues, we have unemployment, the economy is going downward, and instead of come up with policies that will inspire hope and confidence in people, they're not talking about Twitter. Is that what we should bother about at this point in time?
Do you think that this is a permanent thing, or that the federal government will someday, maybe in the nearest future, lift the ban?
It's not permanent. They're just testing the waters. They know what they want to do. They will lift the unnecessary and the ban that is uncalled for. Of course, they will lift it. The Minister of Foreign Affairs just said in a meeting he had with the heads of diplomatic missions that they want responsible use of social media. That they do not have a timeline, but the ban will be lifted when there is responsible use of social media. But again, I ask, what do they mean by that? Are they the ones that will determine what or how social media should be used?
Meanwhile, Minister of Foreign Affairs Geoffrey Onyema says the federal government has given a condition to lift its indefinite suspension of Twitter in Nigeria. Onyema said this at a meeting with some foreign envoys in Abuja on Monday, noting that Twitter's operation in the country will be restored only if the platform can be used responsibly. Students of Kaduna State University, KASU, on Monday resumed protest against increase in tuition fees. The students defy presence of armed security operatives to sing solidarity songs, demanding reversal of the hike.
Our right has been abused, and this is an abuse on democratization. Our right has been vandalized. So what next? It's just the problem of generating revenue in Kaduna State University, which is impossible. We can't take it because he didn't follow due process. So we are demanding of total reversal of the increment on fees.
Right now, I'm standing at the back gate of Kaduna State University Council, where for the third time, the students are embarking on a peaceful protest, seeking the reversal of the increment of tuition fee. It seems like the lingering crisis between the state government and the students is yet to end, as the students are saying there is no going back on the issue, while the state government is also standing on its feet that there is no going back on the issue. And again, we are trying to confirm the disengagement of about 19 lecturers who supported the NLC protest 2 weeks ago. Fatima Laden, Trust TV, Kaduna.
Ranches equipped with veterinary services, if provided, will stop open grazing in Abuja and other places. A Fulani herdsman, Modibo Adamu, told Trust TV that fear of cow thieves and insecurity is restricting their movements outside Abuja for pastures.
We'll be very glad if the government can provide space for us and help us with vaccines for the animals. Grazing long distances is no longer fashionable. It is outdated because of the situation.
Many states have banned open grazing by herdsmen, a practice commonly seen in urban centers like Abuja. 3 people have emerged winners of Armenia Daily Trust short story writing competition. The winners beat 297 other contestants to win various cash prizes at the award ceremony in Kaduna State.
That all those who have made it to the final list of the Armenia Short Story Contest have been waiting for. Out of about 300 submissions, it came down to 20 and down to 15 and also down to 3 finalists, out of which the 3 group of final judges have selected.
This is the maiden edition with the theme Democracy and Political Development in Nigeria, aimed at exposing the tribulation faced by Nigerians within the realm of politics and democracy.
The main motive is to encourage Hausa writing and reading culture. So as a media organization who also publishes in Hausa, apart from English, we felt the need to come up with this writing competition so that it will help young people to have that reading and writing culture in Hausa language.
I thank God for this victory, and I thank Armenia Trust for this opportunity. The title of my write-up is The Poor Man's Democracy. It focuses on the importance of depending on oneself and the danger of depending on politicians for survival. and also the effects of believing in soothsayers.
I'm really happy and thankful to God. The message of my story is about bad politicians with selfish interest and lack of patriotism.
I cannot really express my happiness because this is the dream of every writer, to be honored like this based on what you have been doing for so long. The title of my story is The Day of Reckoning. It focuses on how leaders lead and the social vices we are witnessing in our society, such as rape and coronavirus.
According to guests at the occasion, the writing contest came at the right time, as it will aid the younger generation in understanding the language more. And they also commended Armenia Trust and partners for coming up with this wonderful and educative contest. The first position went home with the sum of 250,000 naira, the second a sum of 150,000 naira, and the third position the sum of 100,000 naira. Fatima Laden, Trust TV, Kaduna.
Moving on to the international scenes, China is dispatching COVID-19 vaccines and syringes to 36 countries and international organizations to strengthen cooperation. Ministry of Commerce will ensure the vaccines reach the recipient countries on time. China is involved in vaccines aid work in 88 countries and 4 international organizations. That's it on Trust TV News. I'm Aisha Salihu. Thanks for joining us.